Apple has completely revamped the Reminders app, and it is really good. I love it. I use it as a YouTuber. This is my organization. I've went through so many different apps and tried it, and they were nice, but once I used this one, I couldn't use anything else because I wanted something as simple as this to use. So I'm going to go through and show you how to go ahead and use this and what awesome things you can do. For example, you don't only have to use directly lists for yourself, but you could even use like grocery lists. Say you want to make a grocery list, you can go ahead and add everything on the grocery list, share this with somebody that will also be working on that list, and they can add things themselves. And then whoever goes to the store can go ahead and get them and check them off the list. That's just one example I'll be showing you today. Welcome everybody, I'm Kevin from helpfultutorials.net. If you haven't been over to helpfultutorials.net, please check it out. We have a free tips infographic that's completely free there, and it'll really help you out using your iPhone. So make sure you take advantage of that at helpfultutorials.net. And if you're new here, please do me a favor, smack that subscribe button. I would really love to have you here. We try to go ahead and teach you how to get really into the iPhone, tips, tricks, tutorials, all that fun stuff, and some things outside of the realm too, as some extras here and there. So with that said, let's go ahead and just jump in here and get started with the Reminder app. I really enjoyed this Reminder app, and you'll see that I'm using it once we go ahead and go in here. So first you want to go ahead and find this and choose it. So you'll see some of my stuff here, and I can kind of break it down for you. You have 4 main categories at the top. You have today, scheduled, all, and flagged. I haven't really been using much of the alerts or anything like that. I could though, and if you add that kind of stuff, it will show up in here. This list is also available through dark mode. This is what it looks like if you are running dark mode. It does look a lot more slick. I appreciate the color, but for some reason the dark mode just doesn't work too well for me, so I'm going to stick with the light mode. So here we can see all my lists and my tasks. I have different things I do. Admin, which is basically, admin stuff. My Fortnite YouTube channel, helpful tutorial channel. Anytime I get an idea, I go in there and jot them down. That way, when I need to make a video, I can say, okay, which one do I want to do now? So it's really great to just jump in and add it to the list. I help Shielded VPN out, so I have that there. Helpful site, that's my website. I actually have everything updated on that right now. I have a Fix Fortnite website. That one I have a few things. And then education is things I want to do for myself to make me better at YouTube. So if you ever want to create a new list, at the bottom right you'll see add list. We'll go ahead and choose that. You have 12 colors and 60 icons to choose from. We'll just grab one here and say, we'll say groceries, since that was the example I mentioned. And let's make it red. We'll make it a little more colorful. We got all this here. I think that fits pretty decent. These are all the ones that you have to choose. So we'll go ahead and choose done. So now you'll see it here. If you want to move it up, you just tap and drag it, and you can move it wherever you'd like. You can move it to the top here. And like say I'm in admin, for example, you can go ahead and add pictures. Like I have buy PC heater, and I just put that here just to show you an example. So also test tibia, I've done that. So that's all tested. So I want to actually check that off. So all you do is tap on it, and now it's going to delete it when you go outside of the lists. It doesn't do it directly, but if you go out and then go back in, it's gone. So just wanted to show you that. If you want to go ahead and add anything, all you do is tap in a blank space, and you have options across the top here. You can choose the clock. It will say for today, for tomorrow, next week. You can customize it. The next one is for when you're arriving at home, when you're getting in the car. These will pop up, which is really nice. Make sure that I remember my work badge when I go to work. I can go ahead and choose get in car, and I can say work badge, and this will pop up when I go ahead and I get in my car. And if I forget to delete this, I'll be like, oh. It's just an example of something you can do. You do have other options here. You have flags, so you could flag someone. And you have camera if you want to use your photo library. take photos or scan documents, you could put that in here too. And I did the photo with the buy PC heater to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and check these two off because I don't need those. And I'll go out. And again, if I go back in, they are gone. So let's go into groceries. And here we are. We can go and choose new reminder. And we'll say milk. And then we're going to go ahead and put 2% milk. Chocolate milk. And we actually get more, but that's enough there. So what we could do is we can tap and hold and drag it underneath milk. And it becomes a subtask. So you have like a main category and then you have tasks there. So this is cool, but unfortunately you can't go any more of a subtask than one level. If you click on it, you can hit information here and you can go ahead and add things. You can put notes, a URL, remind on a certain day, remind on a location, remind me when messaging. So you could say, you know, remind me when sending a text message, and you could choose flag when I'm text messaging my wife to say hello, you know, something like that. And then you could add an image too. Now we have milk, and then we'll do PB and J, that remind to get peanut butter and jelly. And this is an example of a list you can create. So now I have this. So say my wife is going to be going to the store. I can hit the 3 dots up here. And I can choose to add people. Once I add a person, they are in this list and they can go ahead and also work on this list. We'll go ahead and add people. I'm going to go ahead and choose which way to do it. We'll do it through text messaging. And then we'll go ahead and send. So there we go. We have it shared with her. I have to block out the phone number, but it is shared with her. So now she can go ahead and work on that list with me. So whichever one's going, we can take care of that. This is a lot of options. So if you ever need to change anything, just hit the 3 dots. You can go to name and appearance. Here we're just going to delete this list. And delete, and it's gone. So now we're back here and we have all our lists. And what I usually do is keep things the same. Admin is one color, my YouTube channels is another, and then my websites is another, and then I just have other things. I'm gonna delete groceries again. For some reason it didn't completely delete. And that's all the cool stuff you can do with the Reminders app. I think it's a pretty awesome app. Let me know what you think. It's very simplistic, yet it does a lot of stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and let you know about everything it does so you can use it too and become a lot more productive. And if you're doing anything like YouTube, I definitely recommend it because it's really good to put your ideas out there real quick so you have them, and then when you're ready for them, you can go ahead and check them out. Or if you're like, oh, I got to do that, well, write it down in here and you'll be good. If you enjoyed this, I'm really sure you're going to enjoy one of these. Check them out, and thank you so much for the view.